I don't know about any other woman, but for me, staying in my masculine energy 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for a decade was exhausting when I put that shit down. When I put it down, I slept for days. I would just wake up, go to work, go back to sleep. I would get up, go back to sleep, get up, go back to sleep. And it was just like, it was bad. It was bad because I was like, yo, is something wrong? And they're like, no, your body is finally catching up to all the rest that it should have had, but it didn't, because you were in between s- surviving and thriving. You were in surviving, thriving mode. So you were just going and producing and producing and producing and producing. And you were producing, well, for me, I was producing from my masculine, gotta get it, gotta push forward, gotta get it done. You understand? That's what I was doing it with. And that wasn't how I should be doing it. And the way I'm doing it now, it's like, have at it. I get into little spats here and there. I catch myself getting into little spats here and there. But then after that, I'm like, I use it to find whatever needs to be cleared, because I feel if I'm being triggered because there's something there. If there's nothing there to be triggered, you won't get triggered and you really wouldn't care. You have to clean that stuff out. You got to scrub it. You got to get the loops, the residue, all that stuff out with the energy clearing. And anytime I got into a tiff or an argument, like that day, I would start writing it out, do the charts, find out why I reacted the way I did, because I obviously reacted because something was there, and it's always there. I can't even say 9 times, it's always there. 10 out of 10, it's always there. And I realized that being in that constant masculine movement, it's exhausting. And then the funny thing was, I didn't realize that I did not know how to receive. I didn't know how to receive stuff, one, without being suspicious of it. Because what used to happen to me, well, I don't know if it happens to you, but what used to happen to me was people would be nice to me in the beginning. They would be very sweet to me, very kind. They would have me open up. They would have me drop my guard. You understand? You see the words that I'm using? They would have me drop my guard. And then it's like when I start to reciprocate, it stops. And I'm sitting there going, what is happening? And it's just like, why is this happening? And then I start blaming myself and I start worrying and all this other stuff. I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. Because if you notice, I was like, they made me. They did that. No, I could see it. I'd be like, okay, turn the dial down. You know what I was going to say? Turn that dial down. Okay, no problem. Because I got shit to do. I am not a non-busy woman. I have a lot going on. I look like I don't, but I have a lot going on, and I have a lot of moving parts that I'm trying to connect and make this whole fucking aircraft carrier